want to take a look at a couple of things. Sorry, need to erase some stuff. All right, so I went ahead and got a picture drawn to save you some time here on this one. Determine the point that is 1/4 the distance from the endpoint -3, 7 of the segment with endpoints -3, 7, and 5, -9. So I've already got those points graphed, and I went ahead and circled up here -3, 7. And then just guessing, tried to split it into fourths, right? Try to split it into groups of 1/4. So section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. Now, these points in red right here are the points that separate it into those 4 sections. So those are the 3 points that I'm concerned with if I'm looking for a partition of 1/4. Specifically, I want to go 1/4 of the distance from this endpoint. So I circled that one in green. That's the focus point. It should be somewhere in that green circle. That's my answer. How do I actually find it? So here's what I want to do. I want to find the distance, right? The change in y. Find the total distance there, okay? And there's a pretty easy way we can do that. What we want to do is we want to do x, take the absolute value of x1 minus x2. So we got -3 minus 5, okay? And then I want to take the absolute value of that. So that's going to be 8, all right? Which means I should have a change. That's my x distance. That means I should have a change of, if I counted it, I should have a distance of 8 down here. And you can count that, feel free. And then for the other one, 7 minus -9, absolute value is going to be 16. So I have a height change of 16. Now, I want not to go 16, I want to go 1/4 of that. All right, well, 1/4 of that is 4. And then I want to go 1/4 of this, which is 2. Okay, and that's going to put me somewhere right around here. But again, we'll get to that in a second. So now mathematically, here's what I want to do. I want to take that and multiply it by 4. Take this and multiply it by 1. It doesn't matter where you put the parentheses. That's 2 and 4. So basically, what you want to do is move along your line. It doesn't matter about positive and negative here, okay? Because you're going to follow the line anyway, okay? And I want you to move your x 2 units, and I want you to move your y 4 units. So basically, along this line, we're going to go right 2, so 1, 2, so right 2, and down 1, 2, 3, 4, which again comes out to about there. And that point looks like it should be -1, and then 4 down from 7 would be 3. So -1, 3, right? Does that make sense to everybody? That's the idea of how this works, okay? Let's take a look at another example. All right, now this one's already graphed, which is going to make it a little easier. Determine the point that is 2/3 the distance from the endpoint 2, 9 of the segment. So basically, we're going to focus on this one, which means we're going the other way this time. With the endpoints of 2, 9 and -4, 6, -6. So what we want to do is we want to do 2 minus -4, and then absolute value. So that'd be 6, and the next one is 9 minus -6, absolute value, which is going to be 15. Now, we want 2/3 of each of those. Okay, so 2/3 of each of those. So 2/3 of that is 4, and 2/3 of this is 10. So I want to follow my line. Now this is my x change, right? So x and y. So change in x, change in y. Now I want to go from here, this point, and I want to along my line, which means left and down, so negative for both. So I'm going to do 2 minus 4. And I'm going to do 9 minus 10, okay? And what that should do is give me my point. So that's going to be -2 and -1. So -2, -1, right here, okay? That is my point along the directed line segment that is exactly 2/3 of the distance from point A, which I'll call it, to point B. Final answer. Also, if you think about it, you could do this the other way. You could start at point B, and you could go 1/3 of the distance to 290. Okay, it's another way to think about it. So yeah, and then obviously if you know, we'll stop there.